A white coat is a depiction of like the journey to get to medicine and like where you're gonna go.
The white coat is a huge symbol for me. The highest level of profession, honestly, in my opinion.
The white coat ceremony is the ceremonial start of medical school. It's traditionally paired with the very end of first-year orientation, really formally bring them into the profession of medicine. The rising third-year class, of course, started right smack in the middle of the pandemic, and we had a white coat ceremony for them, but it was all virtual, and so we knew that we wanted to have a formal ceremony in the traditional sense.
They made a conscious decision to go to medical school in the midst of the pandemic. And that shows a lot of courage. And they are ready to embark on the most important part of medical school, stepping into the clinical arena and seeing patients every day. And they're ready. They're ready to do this.
I knew I wanted to be a physician at the young age of like 3. Being from St. Louis and being in St. Louis, I've seen so many health outcomes, just the social determinants of health, and I kind of like wanted to help change that.
I always fantasized about being a doctor as a child. I ended up like studying finance, but after working for a couple years in the industry, I kind of like took a deep look inside and decided to start from scratch and pursue being a physician again.
Like 9th grade, I was having a conversation with my mom and she was talking about some of the healthcare she experienced like while she was pregnant with me. And I was like, that's not fair at all. I'm gonna be a doctor because I wanna be there to make sure that I can advocate, for people who might feel like they aren't seen or heard.
A white coat. As I was working towards getting into medical school, this was like the symbol.
So I was like, yay, I'm gonna go to med school and I get to get a white coat.
COVID, it messed up a lot.
My undergrad was cut short, and then coming here in the middle of the pandemic, it felt sort of surreal.
Orientation was online, on Zoom.
I mean, it was disappointing, but also at the same time, like, it just showed us the type of time that we were entering medicine.
It's like, okay, this is why we're studying medicine.
There's a dividing line in medical education, and the first 2 years where you're learning more about the science behind the body, and then the second 2 years where you're in the clinical environment, actually training with real living patients.
I think it kind of means a little bit more to have it like after the first 2 years because you understand the meaning behind the white coat now.
It just adds to the gravity of it, I think,
Taking a moment to kind of stop and reflect on all of the challenges of the past few years and finally able to go into the clinics and serve patients.
Going into white coat together, it isn't necessarily about me anymore. It's more about our community and the things that we've gone through together and the ways that we've changed together.
I think it's more important to my family because I am the first person to go into medicine in my entire family. So I'm excited that they get to see me do this. They hear me talking about studying all the time. They barely get to see me on a regular, so.
They didn't get to see me walk across the stage during graduation. They also didn't get to see, the traditional white coat.
It kind of sends a signal when you put on that white coat that this is real. This is what I'm setting out to do. They're going to be dealing with real, raw human trauma. See them don that white coat. That's a powerful image.
For me, when I put on the white coat, like my high school is around the corner. Like I get to show people that come from a community like mine that, hey, this is possible. I think when I go up there, I'm gonna try not to cry because like I said, medical school is not easy.
Back in college, I would go and shadow and they'd make me wear the white coat and it would be really big on me. I used to think, okay, when I become a doctor, this is gonna fit. Anytime I put on the white coat, it kind of reminds me that I've worked really hard to get here and the journey that I've been on and all the times that I put it on where it didn't feel like it fit versus now when I put it on it feels like a part of me.
These next 2 years will present some unexpected challenges, and I feel like it's going to change all of us in ways that we can't see coming. When you put on the white coat and you walk into the hospital, it's a patient's life that you're going to take care of, and getting to finally take all of the knowledge and all of the hard work that has gone into the past 2 years and be able to serve patients and be able to help people and do what we came here to do.